Oops, better put on a jacket. Nobody will take me seriously if I don't have my jacket. That's better. Now everybody will take me seriously. Ooh, emergency broadcast of That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. How am I supposed to enjoy watching Chiefs football in 2021 if there isn't a chance Patrick Mahomes loses his will to compete every play without any tackles to protect him? Perna. I used to like Orlando's. Shaq and the Orlando Magic. Hell, Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic when they made it to the finals against Kobe and the Lakers. Orlando Bloom in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Loved him. And Orlando Browns in the NFL when they exclusively blocked for AFC North teams. But now that Orlando Brown is a Kansas City Chief, I hate Orlando's. I am anti-Orlando, and that includes Disney World. We all know Orlando Brown requested a trade because the Ravens had Hollywood Brown. And those two cities are just too different to coexist on the same team. My question is, why would Baltimore strengthen a team they'll have to go through to get to a Super Bowl? Whew, that's good sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and YouTube will give you $1,000. Today's episode is sponsored by manscaped.com/goodsports. And I'm excited to announce Manscaped doesn't just shave balls, they help save balls. April is National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to spread awareness and to provide support for those fighting the most common form of cancer in men age 15 to 35. In addition to the Perfect Package Kit, which provides the all-in-one grooming tools you need for total body grooming, Manscaped is giving you another reason to touch your balls. Visit manscaped.com/TCS to learn how to check yourself for the early signs of cancer. A great place to inspect your balls? The shower. And when you're done, give them a spray with the crop preserver. As always, you can click the link below, manscaped.com/goodsports for 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. But before I get to the Orlando Brown trade, I do have some sad news to report. The NFL, in its ongoing pursuit to unjustly punish players, has notified the league that Roger Goodell is fully vaccinated and will be able to hug players at the 2021 NFL Draft. I will be filing a grievance with the NFLPA to try and rectify this for future drafts and ensure nobody is touched by that sadist. How dare he? Now, the Kansas City Chiefs have traded their first-round pick in this upcoming draft for Ravens stud tackle Orlando Brown. They're also giving up 3 other picks in the 2021 and 2022 drafts to the Ravens for the Pro Bowl tackle. But to get a 2nd and 6th rounder back for this draft, you dumbass Chiefs. You could have taken one of the 3 players in this draft who are also sons of NFL legends for a 20th of the cost. J.C. Horn, Asante Samuel, or Patrick Surtain. Instead, you give up the farm for another son of an NFL legend in Orlando Brown, to play next to the son of another NFL legend in Kyle Long. What's the next signing here? Baby Colquitt to do your punts, Kansas City? You don't quit on a Colquitt. Sadly, this means our collective pointing and laughing at the Chiefs' dumb offensive line moves has to stop. It was a fun 2.5 months following an embarrassing Super Bowl loss because they didn't have any healthy tackles. Then they released those tackles for not showing up to the Super Bowl and replaced those tackles with guards, albeit very good ones in Kyle Long and Joe Thuney. And we were all like, hey, fuck faces, you still need tackles. Then they just trade for one of the best tackles in the league who can play both right and left tackle, but prefers left tackle because it's more of a challenge. Eric Fisher was a good left tackle. Orlando Brown is a great left tackle. And Kansas City now has maybe the best line in the league. fucked me. Now they have to work out a contract extension for Brown, and even though they don't have any money, it doesn't matter. Brett Leach, GM extraordinaire, works in a different realm. While most GMs are trying to use math and internet personality tests to decide on personnel, Veach is crafting spells with black magic and virgin blood that I'm sure he has Andy Reid taste test before dishing out to whoever checks to see if the team is over the cap. So mind fuck that guy is. How do you do it, Veach? You son of a Veach. Now, this is a great move for the Chiefs because we all know they wouldn't have drafted correctly at 31 anyway. And they fill basically the only need they had heading into the draft. Orlando Brown is an instant fit in Kansas City because he's been blocking for a quarterback that, like Mahomes, can extend plays all the way to the locker room toilet. I also don't think there's much difference between pick 31 and pick 58, which the Chiefs basically swapped for in this move. Which is to say, I cannot shit on this move. That's how good it is. Wait, yes I can. Yes I can, because this almost guarantees we will be doomed to see a repeat of the dumbest Super Bowl in recent memory. The Buccaneers and Tom Brady, who might actually lose this time because he doesn't know how to read numbers, against the Chiefs and a better protected Patrick Mahomes. One of the great mysteries, though, about this trade is why the Ravens made this move. I mean, I know Orlando Brown wanted out of Baltimore. He was going to be traded regardless, but if I'm a perennial contender in the AFC, I'm definitely not handing a tackle to my biggest competition within the conference. I know teams don't generally trade within the division, but if I were Baltimore, I'd rather give Orlando Brown to a team like the Bengals than Kansas City. Brown doesn't make Cincinnati a Super Bowl contender on his own, but he could push Kansas City over the top. But now that Baltimore does have the 31st pick, in addition to the 27th overall pick, outside of the whole giving a good player to a rival thing, this pick gives them a chance to immediately replace Orlando Brown with a rookie right tackle. I'm thinking someone like Christian Darrisaw if he falls far enough, or maybe Walker Little or Tevin Jenkins, any tackles names that I know. Someone that can slide over to the right side once Ronnie Stanley gets back and will cost a lot less than Brown. If I were the Ravens, I'd spend one pick on a tackle and another on a wide receiver, someone like Terrace Marshall out of LSU or Rashad Bateman from Minnesota. Plus, if they want to move up in the draft, now they have extra ammo with 2 late first-round picks to make something happen. It gives them a lot of flexibility, and on paper, it's a smart move. I just don't like the idea of making your biggest competitor better. Call me crazy. I'd take a worse trade in terms of overall value than ensuring the Chiefs kick my ass in the playoffs. It also looks like Baltimore will sign division rival tackle Alejandro Villanueva after the draft. The Steelers tackle will go from blocking for a team that refused to run the ball to one of the best rushing teams in the league. Not sure how much gas Alejandro has left in the tank, but that's a solid pickup, again, until Ronnie Stanley is healthy. And finally, I just don't care how much Orlando Brown's contract will cost. He's 24 years old and a top-tier tackle. He's worth the money. Here's the difference between the Chiefs and other teams that give out a lot of big contracts. The Chiefs give them to the right fucking players. Patrick Mahomes, while not a perfect quarterback, is worth all of the money, unlike Jared Goff or Carson Wentz or the bizarre duo of Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. The Chiefs won't be paying to get rid of Mahomes in 2 years, unless of course he's caught putting ketchup on Kansas City barbecue. That kind of thing could get him excommunicated. Mac and cheese is cute. You fuck with Kansas City brisket? You're asking for trouble, buddy. Now the salary cap is real, but it can be finagled. The problem is when you overpay for guys like Goff and Gurley and they just don't work out. The Chiefs are like, yeah, let's pay Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Frank Clark, and now Orlando Brown Jr. That's just money. We'll pay our real debts in hell for our sinful signings. We know who they are. But that will be when we're all dead, and it's going to be fun to see Bill Belichick and Tom Brady in hell when we arrive. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Damn you, Kansas City. Damn you. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Or don't. What's the point? Chiefs will just buy it from me and make me talk good about them one day anyway.